Hello and welcome to the Education Studies Virtual Open Day. I'm Mark, the Departmental Director of Undergraduate Studies, and I just have a bit of information about the course to share with you before we begin the live chat. This shouldn't take any longer than about 6 or 7 minutes. Education Studies at Warwick encourages you to explore the purposes of education, its impact on the world, and its ability to affect change. Ours is a degree course that champions the role and value of education in changing lives and improving society for everyone, everywhere. It's dedicated to exploring education cultures in formal and informal contexts across the lifespan, so not just younger children. The course takes an interdisciplinary and flexible approach, encouraging creativity, rigour and transformation. And this is really important to us. It's a space for diverse learners from diverse backgrounds with diverse interests. We have students who are local, national and international, and who have studied for a range of different qualifications before coming to university. And this makes our programme all the richer. Picking up on some of those ideas, I really like this quotation about the purpose of education being to prepare people to live well in a world worth living in. And this gets at the dual purpose of education. It's both individual and collective, but what's important is the relationship between the two. So of course we study this dual purpose of education, but we also live that in our teaching. We aim to prepare you to live well, so to be successful, develop yourself, ready for your future, but we also want you to become aware of your capacity to make change, to make the world a better place, one that is worth living in for everybody. So where do we start with this aim? Well, in your first year, you'll study 8 core modules. The first one listed there is Academic Identity and Skills, and that's our Transitions module. So whatever and wherever you've studied before joining us, this module introduces you to the academic skills you need to become a successful, reflective and independent higher education learner. This module is the starting point for the support we give you throughout the degree, so you do the best you possibly can whilst at university. We then cover psychological understandings to learning in theories of learning. We introduce the philosophy of education, and you'll also study a module focused on understanding childhood in its social context. So that looks at children and education through a sociological lens. On the second column there begins with Education Today, and that's our module where we cover contemporary issues and hot policy debates. Whilst Creativity, Culture and Learning, that explores the role and place of creativity in education. Foundations for Learning examines the important influences in life that affect each of our learning journeys. And then International Education, that module explores and compares the different ways school systems are organised and how education is conceived around the world. Then in the second and third year, you'll extend your understanding of the topics introduced in year 1. In the second year, you'll take our work-based placement module, where you'll get the chance to spend time in a relevant work setting and then be supported in developing a reflective approach to your own skills and career's ambitions. In the second and third year, you'll have some choice over the modules you want to study. You can do that from within our department, but you can also select modules from outside our department, for example from the sociology, history or psychology departments. We often think of the different combinations of modules that students choose as pathways, and we can informally group these as modules looking at psychology and learning, or society and policy issues, or culture and creativity. And the pathways that students take tend to be based on where they see the degree taking them in the future. And with regards to the future, we really take great care in supporting students to develop transferable skills. These areas listed are built into all of the modules in various different ways. For example, through our placement module, as discussed, and through the different types of assessment we use on the course, from exams, essays and reports through to portfolios and presentations. And we like to think that the graduates of our programme are all of these things on this slide. So for example, curious, creative, reflective, collaborative, they're problem solvers, they're critical thinkers, they're wise and they're scholarly, and they're resilient and articulate people. This is enabled by the variety of stimulating and academically rigorous modules we offer, and the way we teach, so in small groups, encouraging discussion and debate, the ways we assess student work, and really importantly, the high level of pastoral support that we provide to each student. So every student has a personal tutor with whom they'll have regular meetings to discuss both academic progress and also how they're getting on more generally. This all means that our Education Studies degree is an excellent foundation for a career in education, for teaching, for example, but it can also lead to areas such as social work, international development, charity work, advocacy practice, family support and outreach, and of course further academic study too. At its heart, the degree is a wide-ranging social science course, and so all manner of graduate jobs also open up to you after your time as a Warwick student. And that all adds up to a really positive student experience. We're really pleased to have very satisfied students who really rate our teaching and the support that they receive on the course. And so all that's left to say is thank you for joining this virtual open day, and please do ask us any questions you might have. Thanks a lot.